And there's a reason behind that from a strategic perspective. I went ahead and I laid the Army out in some deployments. We have bad wintry weather that the Yanks will have to contend with here. But at the same time, it affects us and our ability to fight back. I'm not real confident that we could actually hold. And I'm also not real confident that we could get our Army out of here without it being absolutely mauled and unable to help where the crisis is deepest. And I think there's a chance here to get the Army out more intact, join up with the rest of our Western forces near Knoxville, maybe knock McClellan back, and also advance into Kentucky, or at least set ourselves up for something like that, because we have a new key feature that will help us in that effort, a new fort north of Nashville. So we are, I wanted to go ahead and I think just mention that. Kind of, we're up against it in the West in this sense, but I think two things. If we leave here and we go ahead and we pull out and click the retreat button down here, right? If we do that and get out of here and we're still like in the yellow or in the orange, it'll be fine. We'll get out of Kentucky. We'll come back around down to Nashville, most likely anyway. I think we'll withdraw in an orderly fashion. And then we can back up to Nashville, take the railroad all the way back around to Knoxville, and have this army of ours right here join all the forces up there that are fighting the siege at Fort Leasure and knock McClellan back into Kentucky. Then maybe come back around to Nashville and be ready to fight maybe at the fort that I've just built north of Nashville. As far as a holistic recap of everything, we've basically we've been doing nothing but win in 1861, and then this has been the AI's first, I think, real clever gambit here in winter, 1861-62. No less, it's George B. McClellan at the head of it. So they now have a chance to crack through my defensive line in the Blue Ridge Mountains at the Cumberland Gap, advance on Knoxville, and perhaps knock out one of my most important economic resources, an iron mine that is in northeastern Tennessee and that we really, really would like to keep operational. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give this just a little time. I'm going to go ahead. It's 8:15 a.m., 8:20 a.m., and I think it would be best if I go ahead and let the Yanks come at me a little bit here. And so what I'm thinking is this army with its yellow readiness could still hop on trains and at least knock McClellan back, at the very least. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to push the play button, I'm going to let this thing roll for just a bit. Okay, let's go ahead, let's get back. And then the other thing was we need to get some men over on these guns right here. Do that. Good. We'll fire long distance early in the morning. Pillow's army is going to stand. I'm going to be prepared to get flanked over here or just to get pressed really hard and then bend back to these entrenchments and along here. And then finally, if we're just too hard pressed, retreat. Right? And I think that's as far as I want to take it. Because I want to, like I say, I think I want to try to get this army pretty much out of here and have it available to help over in northeast Tennessee. Here we go. Okay, the Yanks are going to come out here, form up. Cool. Let's get skirmishers out right here along the hill. We've got Paul and his division. Let's take these skirmishers from Little's brigade and bring them here. All right, yep, that's good. Okay, these skirmishers need to come to here on a run. And we'll go ahead and we'll open up. Now, here's the deal. I mean, like, if this thing starts going well here, and there's a chance we could win it, then I may feel comfortable just fighting this sucker. Here's Hayes. Let's go ahead and let's bring him more to here. If they want to flank this way. Okay, you got a Union division here. Looks like they're going to march back. And I'm happy just chilling like a villain would. Plains rifles up front. Lorenz rifles here. And Mississippi rifles here. This is actually pretty good. Let's go ahead and have Hindeman get himself right up against the stream right there. Do. Oh, and here, let's do this. Breastworks right along the stream bed. Boom, 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 boom. Do it. You go build them. And then we'll have him form up in a little attack column. So we'll say, you know, we didn't get all of our construction finished like we wanted to. And we're going to build a few more. So, you know, hey, we'll make them think that we're staying. And it's going to be really hard to see the attacks unfold from the dust because of the weather. Well, here's what I'm going to do. Let me speak on that. So we have this line of retreat, this line of retreat, and this line of retreat already. Now, I role play when I play, okay? Ain't no army ever in real history able to just send some cavalry over to some part of the battle space and create a line of supply, not that I know of. There was a logistics plan and a logistics process that is underway, feeding me supplies up these 3 routes. This one would get taken. I'm going to have to sacrifice that one. This one is my reserve. This was the one that I'll be able to use. This one might get taken. Here we go. Here we go. Beeper Man and Jay back in. Jay, it's good to see you, my man. Good to see you. We've missed him. We've missed him. Here we go, boys. They're going to bring 1 brigade forward here. After crossing the stream. Who is that? Lightburn. Von Steinwer. Wood. All right, they're going to spread it on out across the front. I would say we probably ought to go ahead and slip back out in the line. Charge move onto the works. They're not really there, obviously. And yeah, he's there, good. Got our Pillow. Let's put him over here. Oh, no. Whew. Pillow comes to here. And I really would like to try and limit casualties right here. No lie, gentlemen. They're going to be bold. They're going to use their numbers. Here we go, boys. Let's get our leader over here. 1 Yankee division comes up. They're not coming in the kind of strength I might have expected here. Okay, we're going to start firing from long range with Hindeman here and his Springfield muskets. We'll be in good shape. There we go. Boy, oh boy, that's going to be tough for this front brigade here. That's, I think, Lightburn. Wood. Okay, 1 division up. Fire. Oh, this artillery can't help out right here. Let's move them. Or actually, no. Let's bring them right here. Nasty infantry firing line right here. I don't see any other Yankees anywhere. Let's have these skirmishers right here. Come on out. Let's go. Okay, this is Hindemann's first combat, it looks like. But now we've got defensive terrain. Everything is in our favor right here, behind the breastworks. Yeah, okay, they're going to lay down there. They've got artillery up now. Let's go counter battery fire. Do it. Let's get these skirmishers out on those guns. Go. Let's go counter battery fire. Do it. I want those guns out of commission. No, 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 no. Don't move there. Boom. Hit them. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Put them down. Put them down. Drop them bodies, boys. Drop them bodies. Here comes the rest of them. Got more guns. This Yankee attack comes together bit by bit. Seems like they're going to be coming from this direction here. The west. Are we on these guns or not? I guess not. We're doing pretty good here, but they're taking quite a few casualties. Let's fire at them. Good. Skirmishers, these boys. Fire. Bonham's brigade. Get him out in his line. Okay. We're going to be in a position at some point before long, I think. Oh yes, Artie moves out first, 100%. If we have to pull out, which I would expect, since we are so badly outnumbered. The thing is they might have to come at us piecemeal. They have no choice. Here we go. There we go. Hindemann's brigade in their first combat, looking pretty good. If we can just maul a whole bunch more Yankees, honestly, that's good enough for me. Fire. Let's have these guys run up here and finish those breastworks. And we'll keep constructing behind Hindemann's brigade here for as long as he thinks he can stand. Looky here. Okay, we drove off crews of one gun. We need to start firing at the other with this battery here. 6-pound field guns go there. These boys keep up the hot counter battery fire right there. Okay, we broke Wood's brigade here. Another division attacking on our left. Fine. We got our plains rifles here with Bonham. We're holding them so far. Hindeman. Yeah, hit him, hit him, hit him. Let's go ahead. Let's use these skirmishers and let's go hit those guns. Let's have this brigade stay where it is in the line. Bonham is building entrenchments. You've got the Union with von Steinwehr's brigade right there. I would say we come out with John Brown in a counterattack right here. Charge move out there on the double quick. Let's bring Posey off of his works too and come out. Charge move out there, double quick, let's go. Let's just punch them in the mouth. Let's kill some Yankees or try. Woo, boy, they got a tough time trying to cover these works here. Oh, man, Hindeman taking heavy casualties now. Got all this artillery up. Then I would say, let's go ahead and just do this real quick with these boys. Get on up there. Get on up there. Go, go, go. Buckner Senior's division. Looking pretty good. We're opening up over here with Smith and his Mississippi rifles. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and pull these guys back. Little piecemeal, kind of, with the Yankees here. Come on, stay on, stay on, stay on. Here we come with Posey and Brown. Little counterattack from the Confederate right. At any moment, I'm going to be ready to start pulling back, though. Here we go. Skirmishers running. Send some more out. Let's send some more out here. Nope, can't. Too close. Hindeman hanging tough. Hanging tough. Keep those skirmishers out on the left. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Long range fire. Let's go. Let's get involved right here. Let's go steal those guns. Go. If they'll let us. Long range fire. Excellent. All right, we'll be able to fire from here with this brigade. Very good, very good. Keep these guys under a hot fire right there with the artillery. Let's make sure we're pummeling these guys now. Let's get these guys. They're all in the flank right here. Let's go right there. We're going to charge move to there. We're going to charge move to here. Posey goes forward. Here we go, boys. Okay, these skirmishers are there. Okay, we need to pull them in. Shit. Who are they with? Pull yours in. Okay, got it, got it, got it. They were over here. That's where you start to make a little confusion there. That's all right. Posey's out here just kind of taking heat. There we go. Start up with Brown. Very good. I think Posey needs to fall back. And we're somehow firing at short range with these troops. Hindeman's here. Hanging tough. And another brigade comes forward with Bonham right there to take them on. Smith here. We're going to lay down with his skirmishers. Stay down. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, broke these guys. Next. Hindeman's got to stand in there, man. He's just got to stand in. Falling back there, falling back there. Good, good, good. Let's open up here. Let's open up here. And right here. Major attack here for the Yanks. Ooh, they are dropping bodies now. We're eager, though. Fine, you guys want to do this? Let's go. You got the division commander, Bragg, up here looking from the top. Yeah, you come on across here if you want. We'll flank you on your way up. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, it's looking all right. It's looking all right. Rainbow Pig, thank you, thank you, thank you. I see you, and I appreciate you. I appreciate your appreciation even more, man. Love you coming in and watching. This defensive line is looking pretty good here, gentlemen, for now. I'm not quite sure what it is they are doing in kind of ignoring Brown advancing under heavy fire. With some cavalry on his butt. Posey's going to get back to it. Advance, buddy. Yeah, flanking fire as they come out here. Let's go ahead and fall back behind the breastworks again, gentlemen. Come on, come on, come on. Taking some fire while they go back. Bonham with his plains rifles. Ooh, they're laying it in there, dropping more Yankees. All right, I think it's time for Smith. Oh my, he's just going to focus fire over here. You've got an entire Yankee division stacked up, trying to hit the left. Can we get some skirmishers out here? Nope, too close. Brown over here, falling back now. Falling back now. Posey, moving up now. Moving up. Good, good, good. Stay on them, boys. Stay on them for now. Pillow's Army of Tennessee's mission here, just kill Yankees, boys. About 10:06 a.m. Yes, very effective little counterpunch here from Brown. You got Posey up next. There we go, boys. All right. Bragg, rally your troops, boys. Their cohesion's lower. Let's have Posey fall back again. These guns need to stay hot down there. Go, 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 go. Doing good, doing good. Keep those guns pounded. Ah, Hindeman finally broke. Shit, shit, shit. All right, Bonham and Smith. They're all we got left over here. And they've got a heavy attack coming. Bonham is going to start pulling back. Artillery is going to start pulling back. Smith is going to stay where he is for now. Posey's pulling back. He's going to continue doing it. All the way to here. Actually, that's too far. All right, Brown is going to pull back to the hillside. Posey, keep coming. All right, he's going to have to finish that move. Fine. Let's bring this artillery back to here. Go. Boom, boom, boom. There we are. Yep, Hindeman was breaking there. Smith. Falling back. We're falling back. We're falling back everywhere. Good, good, good. These guys need to limber up and go. Get the hell out of here, man. Falling back. Hey, we broke another Yankee brigade right here. Beautiful. All right, falling back. Falling back. Up the hill. Little's brigade. Come on, boys. Falling back. Come on. Not getting charged yet. Damn it. Okay, we did, I think, lose maybe a gun there. Heavy Yankee attack on the way. Okay, we're retreating now. Boom. Okay, we're calling it, and we're just going to continue falling back like we've been doing. All right? I don't want any more of my troops to break. These guys, this Yankee army is now going to be so bad in the yellow or the orange, I believe anyway, based on all these casualties that they've suffered, that they now are not going to be able to enter Tennessee, let alone attack. Let's have these guns come on back. Here we go. Bragg has fallen. No! Oh no! Bragg is KIA. Holy cow. Who else? Bonham has fallen. Oh no. Leading his men in a fallback. Shoot. Let's Keep it going. Well, we're going to have to get to this position. Okay, got it. So we'll be retreating from the field. I think it'll be an orderly withdrawal. Let's get Buckner Sr. back. Let's have Posey fall back to the entrenchments. Let's have Smith continue his fall back to here. Bonham to here. The artillery right here goes to there. On a retreat move, double quick, go, yes. All right. Beautiful. Okay. Hey, man. I'd say I'm all right with all that. Let's get these guys out of here. Come on. Get out. Go. Shit. Come on. Get out. Double time. Can't let them just take the guns. Bonham broke. All right, we broke their brigade. Mansfield, fine. Okay, they're going to push us out of Kentucky. So it says the chat should just restart the game if you lost, Bragg. Yeah, I think there would be those in the chat who would disagree with that, generally speaking. By the way, we're at a minor victory here, and we're retreating, by the way. So, I don't know. You call that quite a Pyrrhic victory for the Yanks, I might say. I might assert. There, they got broke there. Let's go ahead and Smith, keep that fallback going, yeah. Excellent. Okay, Little's back. Everybody's back around the peach orchard and the defensive line we'd kind of pre-planned. Hayes. I think we're good. I think we'll be able to get this section of the Army out of here. I do not think that Pillow and his force here are going to be... Oh, look at all of those dead Yankees, gentlemen. I got to tell you, I'm eager to see what the casualties look like after we get out of this thing here. And Bonham is KIA. These guys are fragmented now. Shoot. They got 858 men left, though. That works for me. That works fine for me. Pull on back. Good. Hindeman will rally soon enough. All right, guys. This one's going to wrap up with, I think, an interesting situation where we withdraw in the midst of what turns out to be a victory. I don't know how they're going to treat that. I assume, anyway, that we'll be able to pull away pretty easily on the campaign map. Let's go ahead and have these guys. Nope, they've got to finish their... So, okay. When you do this long fallback like this, they won't break into a retreat. Good. Still up on the hill here, good. Coleman's brigade. Let's get some skirmishers back out, or... Okay. Let's put these guys here. All right. So there you have a little fighting withdrawal following the major action at the riverfront from the day before. All of this in a moderately intense winter storm environment. So, oh boy. Brown's got a perk. Hey-oh. Hey-oh. What kind of guns they got? Muskets. Let's do deadly volley. Oop. Faux show. Let's see. Does Smith, anybody else have perk? Little, no. No. They were already sharpshooters. Hindeman, no. Coleman, no. Ruggles should. He's deadly volley now, though. I think he had a perk after the first day. Ruggles did some real work on the first day of this battle, gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yeah, the Kentucky situation. I know. I don't. Well, I've got 4 minutes left. I'm not going to be able to get those guns. And as a matter of fact, since I'm retreating, I'm not sure I would have been able to score those guns anyway, to be honest with you. Hindeman's now nervous. Fantastic. We've got him back. We could set him up on this defensive line. You know, so we can say that we fought this, you know, it's kind of a fighting retreat. Managed to get to mid-morning. Pressure was just too hot. Did manage to run off a bunch of Federals. Kill a whole bunch of Yankees, too. I would say we pause right now real quick. Let's take a look at the detailed strength report. Hey, man, look. We did take significant losses in this one for our Army. There's no doubt about it. However, only 463 killed and 991 missing. Meanwhile, about 2,400 of those Yankees probably won't be fighting again anytime soon. That's nearly, I think, about 1,000 more that are going to be completely combat ineffective than for us. We'll be able to get a lot of these wounded guys back. You see the casualty balance right there. That's a bloody victory for the Yankees, my friends. If we can do this every battle, if we can go 2-to-1 on casualties or 3-to-1, we've done that a couple of times already, I think our war effort is going to be in pretty good shape because the manpower battle is of prime concern for us, no doubt. You know what? You know what? After this battle, there do need to be some administrative changes made now that Bragg has been killed. I like what somebody's talking about with regard to Ruggles right there. I think he deserves promotion. He's a colonel now. He's going to have 2 stars, maybe a 3rd after this is done. I could buy a division command for Ruggles, 100%. All right. Okay. Okay, we you know, we can live with this result like we're talking about. We're withdrawn. All right, guys. Boy, oh boy. Hey, don't forget, click that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Hit the notification bell, of course, and hype the video on your mobile device. These days, like, that's the new thing. That's like the old way. You know, clicking the like button is still great, but if you click that hype button on your mobile device, it is a massive get for the channel here in supporting what we're doing. So I appreciate you doing that. But we lost Bragg. It's like losing twice as much as the Yanks, says Ark. Yeah, defeated Bowling Green Army of Tennessee in retreat. Okay. We captured, we didn't capture any guns or rifles or anything. Fine. We'll see where the Army of Tennessee gets off to. We are trying... Shit! There we go, gentlemen. That's what I was afraid of. That's what I was afraid of. So McClellan now takes... What I want to do is with this army is get back to Tennessee as soon as we possibly can. Zollicoffer needs to come to Knoxville quick as he can. We're trying to get down here too with Porterfield, and we're going to try to cobble together something to fight McClellan in the mountains here near Cumberland Gap, and then Pillow is going to have to retake this damn fort. All of this sacrificing Nashville, but we have a fort now here. And I don't think these 2 Union armies are going to be able to enter Tennessee for another at least a couple of weeks or a month or so. So I think this will time out well enough. We can bring these sections of this force and this army over to here, knock McClellan out of here, retake this fort. I think it's just a setback. We weren't losing that badly at this fort battle, I will say, but I've seen it happen before, where you don't think you're losing that bad, and then all of a sudden it goes south. No pun intended. I don't think Beauregard was in command there, by the way. Beauregard's in command over here. So I don't know who they're talking about. Another Beauregard, I guess. Still got the Yankees wallowing in northeastern Arkansas here. Henry McCulloch in command of the Army of Arkansas, now recovering and gaining strength. We're trying to bring the 1st Indian Cav back from a tough winter raid. These boys are having a tough time getting across the river, looks like. Even though there's a bridge there. Slow movement, 65%. Here's what I'm going to do instead. Okay, Department of West Virginia is going to transfer to the Knoxville Defense Force. Trapier, Imboden, Whitfield, and Lawton's brigades are all going to go. Okay, Porterfield, you are sacked, my friend. You have been pretty well worthless this entire campaign. And we can do that now since this force is no longer in battle. All right. We'll end up with about 11,000 men. Pillow and his army will, along with Zollicoffer here, after he gets going, he's going to come up here too. Pillow's going to come up here. And then we are moving straight at McClellan. We need to protect this market and this iron mine here. I don't see McClellan getting real far now that it's winter, though. I will say that. We'll have the railroad that we can use. So the action in this theater stays hot. Okay, we're going to pull back in snowy... shit. So we're going to be in the orange. Okay, so I guess our army here is going to end up probably in the red as a result of having to march away from that battle. And then we're not going to be anywhere close to the railroad over here. So it's going to take us... shit. This is kind of bad. I was really thinking that we would end up moving down this railroad this way. Okay, so it looks like Zollicoffer is all we're going to get up here. We're going to have to cobble together a new command, try to find who we want to put in command there. And then I would say here, Colonel Anderson, no. We need Ruggles to be replaced with a professional infantry guy. Let's look at the quality of these. Ooh. Henry Heath, let's do it. Heath in the west. Okay, Anderson gets replaced by Ruggles, who gets a promotion. And Ruggles will now have a division under Pillow. Very well. And things will stay very interesting here in the west. Now, it will be difficult for the Yankees to move all the way against the iron mine. They'd have to cross a bridge or here or here. So I think we might have time. Zollicoffer can move up. Let's go. Yep, take the railroad. Go, go, go. So yeah, they have captured and repaired the fort. You see McClellan's Department of the Ohio suffering some attrition here at 17,010 guns. You know, it'll be interesting to see how well they do. It looks like they can cross into Kentucky. I don't know. I mean, into Tennessee. I don't know how far they're going to be able to get in there and stay. We need this army to get on the railroad tracks as soon as possible, and then we're going to river move back to Nashville. We're going to have to use up a whole bunch of transit capacity there. Well, Pillow is getting embarrassed a little bit by McClellan over here, strategically. The Yankee AI took advantage of my overconfidence of this position. It seems to me like they very quickly took McClellan up here and then brought him by steamship all the way to like here, and then somehow he made a lightning march down here without me really even noticing it at all to attack the Cumberland Gap. I got to be honest, I didn't follow it. I didn't see anybody lighting it up in the chat either. We were talking about other things. We were a little distracted too. So seems like yeah. So look at this. We're gonna end up in the red. See, what in the deal? Okay, stop. We're going to have to kind of break this up, looks like. Zolikoff are stuck down here. Yeesh. Let's make sure our naval patrols are still. Yeah, this one's not. Yep, do it. And this one. Yep, he's doing it. And then the other thing I could do here is this fleet. Are they still moving here? I cannot believe that they're doing what they're doing. This could be useful. So since we've kind of recovered, I think I'll take our fleet right here. This would end up being, I think, pretty helpful. Let's bring them back to here. Boom. Let's do that. And I'm not willing to remove Pillow from command, by the way. I'm afraid that he has done too much good in the campaign so far for us for me to just abandon him. I'm going to keep him. I'm going to give him more chances. Okay, we need to let's just get to Chattanooga first, boys. Let's just do that. On the train. Can we do that? Yeah, see, our readiness is going to suffer. He's probably going to have a little trouble getting through the gap himself. We'll be outside Knoxville. We still have a chance to protect that iron mine, I think. Like I say, kind of just a setback. And then the next thing I would say, too, is here's the thing, though. I don't want Zolikoff removed from command. Let's see if we'll just jump on trains right here, damn it. We'll have to get to morning of January the 8th. All right, very well. Yeah, this campaign in the east, or rather in the west, this is where the focus will be, I think, for the remainder of the deep winter period. Here we go. Army of the Potomac is moving, along with the Army of the Shenandoah. 22,000 men, 20,000 men, and Johnson's Army of the Northwest facing off with them. I'd say they're gonna strip me of my control of this iron. And now you see the Army of the Shenandoah with 20,000 men and 21 guns is going to move up directly against Johnson's Army of the Northwest with about 13,000 troops just outside Harper's Ferry. 15 cannon to 21 cannon. 19,000. We've got over 2, so we've got them in cavalry. I think we should probably treat this one a little the same as we did the last one with Pillow's army. Yeah. I would say we probably have to fight this one, gentlemen. Bull Nelson is back with his Army of the Shenandoah. I think we're going to have a number of entrenchments points, too. I think that's the important part. What they're going to try to do is trap me in the valley, I'm guessing. So let's, I think, get ready and fight this one. Let's see what we can do against these Yankee bastards, who are advancing in winter, no less. So this is, this is part of the, this is part of the game. This is part of elevated aggression for the AI, I think. Elevated aggressiveness settings. I'm going to call it the Battle of Harper's Ferry. I think I'm fine with that. They'll have us outnumbered by about a third. And honestly, I think this army is comprised of a fair number of, I think, fairly green troops, generally speaking here. Okay. Even though we've been entrenching for the past number of months, we're only getting 5.7 points of entrenchments. So I'm afraid this is not likely worth fighting here. I mean, it's wide open, and it's just wide freaking open. Nowhere to put a tiny army that has secured flanks. I guess we could probably put something together over here, but I don't know. There we go. Thank you. $5 super chat. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you, man. An esteemed member of the channel, dropping in a little more money for extra ration of whiskey, my friend. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I just don't know, guys. I just don't know about this. Like, I could see us doing something like this, where we go boom, boom, like that. And then like this. Dun, dun, dun. Say. Wow, perfect. Okay, and then taking the army, plopping it over here. Have cavalry out on the right. Stuart's cavalry out near Kernstown, or actually have Stuart's cavalry be about there. Have Cook's division be right about there. Artillery. I'll tell you what, we have Stuart's cav be kind of more like that. We'll dismount them like so. And then get some artillery. Have it be here. What kind of guns are those? Ha! Yeah. 12-pound Napoleons. Good. Good. Put some guns here. Have Ledbetter's division right here. Some additional troops set out like so. Get these boys like so. Boom. Randall, get on that fence, man. Dismounted in loose formation. And now we've got ourselves a battle line here with Johnson. We don't really have flanks that are, I mean, we're kind of hanging out here. I guess we could go like that. And then let them come down the road at us, this being our retreat point. Get into the Yankee killing business once more. Let's have our skirmishers out, but kind of doing this. And then have these boys. Skirmishers there like that. Let's have Lee be here and have his skirmishers be there. Kind of like that. Boom. Right. And so I think we'll start with that at 8:30 in the morning. We'll let them take the objective. My guess is that they'll probably just come this way and try to crush us. I'd say maybe we take Randall's cavalry and bring them over here. And we'll mount them, since they have such crappy weapons. And I might take Stewart. Just adjust these deployments a bit. Let's have some better weapons out on the flank there. Yeah, Springfield rifled muskets would be much better. Right, like that. Loring comes to here. Chambliss comes to here. Hanson stays, I think, here, like that. I think I might like that line just fine. We could pull back if we need to. Right? These skirmishers, where are they? There they are. Have these guys kind of be right there, laying down. All right. And I know that they'll probably come down here and they'll take the objective first. Again, my suspicion is that they'll come down this way and then they'll attack this flank. So let's have some more artillery set up. Let's put them right here. Good. We can see out a long way there. Good. Obviously not a great spot for a retreat necessarily, but we may be okay over here. I think that's what we're going to go with here. Let's jump it. Chat, see what we get. Zombie Bragg needs to grab the horns by the bull. You got it. Here we go. Here we go. Just a couple things would be Yeah, put all of the infantry on the left. I was thinking that myself. With Ledbetter, he's already got half his division over there. We may as well. So we have Stewart watching the right. And then we got another one saying we get on the attack. It's come down. No, it's, no. No. Too much open terrain. Too much open terrain. And this itty-bitty little wood line to fight over. And they've got us outnumbered by as many as 7,000 troops. The right hook, I just don't have a lot of confidence in that. I just don't. Straight up. So let's take Stewart's cavalry. Let's redeploy. Let's take Randall's cavalry. Let's redeploy. Let's take Chambliss now. And let's put him over here. Boom. And then let's take Hanson and let's put him over here. That's Loring. Okay, let's have him with his skirmishers there. Hanson, let's have him in a reserve position here. Loring, Springfield rifle musket, Lorenz rifles. Perfect. Right? Okay, where are his skirmishers, I wonder? Chambliss, there they are. Let's have them be there. All right, just cause casualties with these boys. Let's have Hanson. Let's have him just have his skirmishers here. Let's put Stewart's cavalry here. Like that. Randall. Have them be like this. So there is the idea what we could do. Yeah, we just don't have enough force. We just don't have enough men to be on the attack. Unless we, since we know that they're going to come at the objective, if we could be super clever about it, we just don't have a road that leads this way. And then we take over this forest and then, yee, come at them. Like, we could try that. Thing is that there wouldn't be any point to doing that. We just deploy over here, right? I mean, we could set up kind of like we could set up a line that's more over here, and here, but they'd see us, and I hate camping out by this area here, but like I said, I think we're going to have to do kind of a fighting retreat here. I think we just push play. Let's go. 8:30 a.m. Just make double sure everybody's where I want them. I think so. 12-pounder Napoleons. 6-pound field guns. Let's have these 12-pounders be over here too. Boom. Since I think that's where they're going to be coming. And if they're coming here instead, then it's going to be a retreat for sure. That'll be that. Johnson, get back here by this crossroad. Stewart. Yeah, okay. The reason why I was infantry heavy over here, by the way, is to cover this from this approach. We'll just see what happens here. Push and play. Boom. Here we go. We're going to go 5 times. Here we go. Oh, you're talking about what the AI is going to do. Yeah, okay. Right. Well, what I know the AI to do in this game, first and foremost, is to come and get the objective. Like, that is what is the guiding North Star for the AI for the most part. Then beyond that, and by the way, could Randall have scouts out? Yeah. Let's put Randall out here, and let's have him just keep an eye on what the heck's going on out there. do that at least. These boys, no scouts, either one. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I don't have the numbers that I'd need to carry off something fancy. I just don't have the numbers. And I did build entrenchments. I just built them on the wrong flank, I think. Although that kind of hardens this side of the line, which maybe could work for us. Let's have these guys mount back up. I think our best bet with our cavalry is to just, like, use them to charge up close and fire hit and run style. Let's have Randall work a little closer with his scouts. Here we go. Not going to see much dust, I don't think. Again, terrible weather. And by the way, after they take the objective and it turns into an attacking battle for me, I don't think that'll matter because the AI will know that he's got us outnumbered, and now he can come after these supply retreat points. I expect him to do that. Let's make sure these guys are in cover. Right there and right there. Fantastic. Let's lay these boys down so that our guns can see. These cannons have good visual range. Good. Excellente. And then I would say there's a pretty good chance that they send a right hook all the way here, you know, down this creek here. That's what I would do. That's what Hanson's for. Here we go. All right, we've got Hayes cavalry out. What if we went to get them? So that's going to be cavalry out front. Pretty sure. Let's just go. Let's just go. Let's go. Oh, dude, I've seen, so I see you saying about the AI not doing retreat points. I beg to differ. They will, on the defensive anyway, they will back up to defend a retreat point. I know that. I've seen it. They will come after, they won't come after retreat points as much. I would agree with that. Let's go evade. But we're going to charge in. Order won't get there in time. Randall versus Hayes. Initial engagement of the battle. Oh, they're going to try to get off their horses. They're going to fire at us as we come in. Take a few casualties on the charge. Stay on them horses, boys. Ride them down, damn it. Ooh. And we go in. The melee begins. Maybe we can devastate Hayes' brigade with our cavalry first. Randall's men. Oh. In melee. Terrible bloody fight here, gentlemen. We broke. Shoot. No, they broke. We both broke. Our scouts are still alive. Shoot at him. Wow, what a neat little cavalry action here to start things off. Randall's brigade will be useless for a little while. He'll come back to Johnson and rally. That's just fine. I imagine they'll be distracted for just a short bit. We'll see what happens there. Let's go ×2. Randall, bring it on back. Scouts can probably... Let's go fire at these guys. Screw with them. Fine, fine. Hey, the scouts getting themselves in a little trouble there. Stay on them, stay on them. Got 139 brave cavalrymen. 139 brave cavalrymen. Evade. Open fire. Okay, they're going to fall back in the face of that. So our cavalry will have, you know, distracted them a little bit. If we can, yeah, cause maximum casualties and get out, kind of like we did in the last tussle, I'm fine with it. If we have to pull back to Strasburg with Joe Johnson, I don't have a problem with that. Don't have a problem with it at all. Randall go back here to the Major General, and they'll get themselves rallied. He's still got about 500 men to fight with. They didn't take all that many losses. This is just a tough outing there. We got just as many as them as they got of us, though, I think. Just we lose our eyes. Unfortunate. I would say next, I might like to have him ride out the left side. We'll see. He will rally, though. I think maybe we take Stewart's cav. Let's send them on out. It's kind of a cavalry field here, right? A little bit. If I can use my cavalry to keep a bunch of them distracted over this way without, you know, drawing them all the way back to my right flank, I could be okay with that. I could be okay with that, honestly. I see you, Helica. Welcome on in. Appreciate you being here and taking the time, man, as always. Oh, and for those, I hadn't mentioned this yet in this stream, if you enjoy just a little bit of light reading before you get on each of these streams tonight or check out the VODs when they post, check the description below. I write a little bit of lore around every single one of these streams. I try to kind of record a history of the events in our playthrough here, and I would appreciate it if you took the time, because also what you will find is a link to become a member of the channel for as little as $2 or $5 a month. Recruit or veteran level membership, just worth knowing. Veteran level gets you a whole lot more cool access to some of the material that I put together back. You know, I was kind of doing things as a bit of a starving art passion, you might say, and it's really good stuff. It's real good OG stuff here on the channel, and I think it's worth your $5, even just for 1 month investment, because you could binge it all, drop your membership, and you'd be just fine. Figured I'd mention that real quick, because that's where you'll find the link in the description below, guys. Stewart's going to get a screen order. His 2 units are going to get evade orders. And I'm just going to let that be. I'm going to see what happens with them out there. Okay, Randall is going to be putting himself back together bit by bit. Now he's got over 630 men. Colonel Horace Randall. Okay, they have taken the objective now. Very good. I still think they're going to come straight down this way. If they have a heavy attack coming this way, then we're going to hit the retreat button. That's about the long and short of that. Let's go 5 times and see what we get. We're going to be working a minor victory still. So that right there, the AI knows that. They'll come after me just because. Or they will bake up quite a few victory points keeping that. So there is that. Here we go. Randall's back. All right, let's have him be out here with Jeb. Okay. Johnson, let's bring him. He's decided, yep, it's time. Let's get up here with the men. All right. So that's what we've got tonight, boys. It's a 2-battle night officially. How about that? How about them apples? So there was one battle where we let them have the objective like we're doing now. And they eventually came out. They came out at us. It was outside. It was one of the battles that we fought in the east outside Fredericksburg. I remember it well. Now that I'm not sure if that one was a 10-point objective. So there is that. And of course they're going to work. Yeah, it's going to probably lean. So we may just go ahead and retreat. Boom, bam. Let's do it. Out of here. Let's get out of here in good order, gentlemen. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Army withdrawing. Let's go. Okay, I lost 100 men to 80 and a little scuffle up here by Harper's Ferry. We won't even... Well, forget about it. Just forget about it. Okay, we're in the green. We'll probably be in the yellow by the time we complete this retreat. Not worth waiting to find out. Wilson, I see you, man. Thanks for being in tonight. Always great to see you, too. Had fun doing my deployments in that battle, though. Had fun doing my deployments, right? Yeah. Hey, we captured 16 enemy soldiers. Confederate support waivers. We are. Hey, guys, here's a silver lining. Hey, we're back at triple B negative once again. All right. How about them apples? Okay, we're in the green. We'll pull back. Fine. I'm going to take Army of Ewell's Wing in the green. I'm going to move them kind of more this way. Go. We'll be on the move. Pulling out. Here goes the Yanks. Look at this. Army of Northeastern Virginia of 15,000. Department of Pennsylvania. That's another big one guarding Washington. 30,000 men. They're reinforcing that one big time. How many men they got now? Okay, not that many. Still not that many. Let's go ahead and burn this down. Don't need that depot just sitting there for the enemy to use. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, our march is slowed big time down here. And Pillow's army is just going to be in rough shape. You see Zollicoffer here also just not able to go via train. Looks like he's just got a march or something. I wonder if there's a bug working there. Hey, $5 super chat, Cigar Fun, Wilson Raiders. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. My man. My man. Thank you. Oh, my God. Let's go ahead and let's liven it up for Wilson and all. What's next? What's next? Ah. Appreciate the super chat, Wilson. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Ah, there we are. Starts right after I leave the screen. Go figure. Okay, we're over the bridge. We are not taking the train. Now we are. Okay. Okay. All right, now we're at our spot here. We've lost sight of McClellan there. We're on defensive, good. Robertson there. We'll be joined by a bunch of troops here real soon. He's got a perk. We need to do pontoon bridges. Although Robertson won't be in command of that army for very long. We'll probably have to form a Knoxville defense army. Here's Zollicoffer. Let's go ahead and see if he'll come all the way up here. By train. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, we're doing fine here. I'm going to pull back to Winchester there. Works for me. They'll be trying to come across the Potomac. Looks like the Army of the Potomac was coming around this way. I think they're going to enter the Shenandoah. If they try to push all the way down, I think that'll be interesting. I think Beauregard and the headquarters might be well served by making a move. We'll see. Oh, yes, they are making their next game about the Napoleonic Wars. I know all about it. Been very closely watching that project with interest. Here comes Zollicoffer with now 4,300 men. I think some of them have returned from furlough. There you go. McClellan's going to build himself a depot right there. All right, Zollicoffer's going to make his way all the way up there. Good deal. Army of Tennessee. They're going to be in rough shape here, gentlemen. Trying to get out of the wilderness, out of southern Kentucky in the wintertime. The number of disabled is going to go up, up, up. He's now at just 13,000 troops. Yikes. Okay, Pillow's army is going to be in rough shape. That's safe to say. All right, we got a project? Where? Which one? Where? Which project? Suppress population. No, we're not doing that. How are we looking goods and trade right now as far as production again? Outstripping demand here, 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 here. Never here. Okay. Iron ore, we're still outstripping demand because we've still got that iron mine. And thankfully, McClellan is taking his time building a depot. Leather. Could use more leather. Ooh, that's going to be... Does that go into uniforms? I think maybe it does. I'm not sure. Hey, we're building 58 locomotives now. That's actually pretty good. Oh, here was something. I think it's time for us to order some more. Is it Mississippi rifles and Plains rifles, boys? We are now at a standardization of 8. Wow, but it'll still take a long time. Damn. Really? I think that's got okay. Production complexity reduces standardization by 43%. That's a big reason why. So, you know, mass production of Mississippi rifles. And the more standardized the weapon type is, the faster the production and lower the overall cost. So I think it helps us with cost, at least. We do another 5,000 of those. Take half a year to get them. Let's do that. Let's do 5,000 Plains rifles. We could do... Okay, we're almost done with this order. Yeah, we can't order mixed muskets. Those are just added into the game. Okay, so I'd say that's good for now. Tough playing as Confederates in this game. Not going to lie, man. Okay, we need to take Johnson's army. We're going to pull them back further. We'll let Winchester go again. I think this may be the 5th time or more that Winchester has changed hands in our little campaign here. I have a hospital here. Yeah, right here. And so the army will end up coming down here, and then we're going to get on boats and come back to Nashville. And then I hope that at some point we'll be able to come up here. But what we need to do is we need to get Zollicoffer's, the Department of Nashville, molded into the Knoxville Defense Force, and then we need to create a new army, basically. So Hardee's division will go in there. Zollicoffer will end up without a command very briefly. Major General. Okay. But then the Knoxville defense will have Robertson be replaced by Zollicoffer. All right, but Robertson will take over a new division with these brigades in it. And then we'll have a 3rd division under Porterfield. He sucks, but his men are coming over. And his men are his men, and so I'm willing to respect that. And the army will look kind of like that. Be ready in a couple of weeks with about 17,000 men and 20 guns under Zolikoff are out here outside Knoxville. Get ourselves together. Be in a position to hopefully advance against McClellan when the time comes. And we're still having major trouble here. Let's order them to stop, and then we're going to redo it and hope we can get them on a train. All right, let's have these guys come back. Let's have these boys come on back to right here. Or rather, no. Let's just get them to right there. Go, go, go. In the yellow, fine. So you got them swarming up here. Right? Now, let's re-deliver this order. And let's go to here. Let's use that train. Boy, oh boy. So you don't ever want to get yourself all up in a tizzy about losing. Like, this is a tough line to hold. It's the way it was in history, too. Johnson had a tough task, Albert Sidney Johnson, and Pillow does in game, to try to hold this entire war front with, I mean, you know, a lot of space to work with for the Yankees to bust through at multiple points. I think we've done the best we can to try to build up a line of defensive works here with the forts, and we just kind of got to trust old Pillow here can continue to get the job done. All right, he's back up to 15,000 men after some guys return from furlough. He's got a bunch of sick and disabled soldiers. What do we have here? Wounded and sick. Okay. And desertions are low. That's kind of cool. I don't think we're ready to make any other changes here. Who else died? Hindeman? Yep, he's back. He's fine. Who died? No, Bonham. So DeRosey took over for Bonham. Looks like. Fine. He's a volunteer. He's not bad. Initiative and leadership are both pretty good, which is decent for a brigade commander. All right. Pillow's army. Be pretty strong once we get everybody back. I have 2 hospitals currently, Brad. So, yeah, like, I think that's an interesting thing you bring up right there. Yeah, they're gonna do something here. I believe it. We're immobilized despite everything. They're going to stay here, and they're going to finish building their depot, I expect. I expect we're going to have ourselves a battle right about here. Because they don't have control of these tracks. They might have only cared to come and take this fort, frankly. We're still in a decent position here. We just have to keep these iron mines in our possession. You know, that's the most important thing. And then we kind of got to watch this here. Okay, Johnson's making this move. Good. I'm starting to wonder. The problem is I just never, like, I feel like we should build a fort here, but because they just always have the option to go from D.C. down the river and land there. Boom. In wintertime, we can't react quickly, so Johnson's kind of on his own out here. Probably going to pull him back all the way to Newmarket. I'm willing to let the Yankees, if they want to spend winter trying to invade the Shenandoah Valley, I guess I'm fine with them doing that. Put themselves in a position where they're a little weak. Mm. 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 Here we go. Excellent. Okay, Army of Tennessee made it. Now, back to Nashville via river move. All right, now we're going to be in winter quarters outside Bowling Green with these Yankees, like I thought. I don't think they've got the readiness even to enter Tennessee right now. And now we've got a new fort here. So I'm going to feel comfortable, I think, taking Pillow and the entire army and getting them on the move around and then attacking, because I'm pretty sure, I think I have him with a siege train? Yep, siege train, right? So we can come around, we could take this fort right back, get things set right back where they were before they have a chance to do anything over here and take Nashville. We wouldn't even have to sacrifice Nashville, I don't think. Mm. Yeah, the important thing is, like, this is something that's really interesting. You guys have got it. You nailed it. Like, this iron mine right here is more important to the Confederacy than Nashville, for sure. Maybe also Nashville and Memphis, right? I mean, that iron mine is our war industry. Because we're not stealing from the Union up here anymore. And you can't build iron mines. They are a world asset that is there or not. Okay, Henry McCulloch bringing his boys back very well. Got our Navy moving here to guard Nashville. I think that's worth doing anyway. Got Anderson's Army of the West recovering here. About 5,000 troops and 11 guns. We might move them back into southwest Missouri. Got the 1st Indian Cav that's trying to make its way back home. They're in real rough shape. Mm. Mm. Okay, diplomacy's got another 14 days. Oh, shoot! Fornicator had recommended this. We go ahead, we take a hit. We go ahead, we not peg it, but because I never peg anything. I don't like spending money like that. And get policy funding up so that we can go ahead and get one more level of administrative reform. Because it looks like we might be there almost already. We need to wait. Oh, God, we can only wait like maybe a day. If we get another level of administrative reform, that means that our run to Mexico intervention can happen that much faster. Could be huge. Mm. Yeah, we thought of it about the same time, man. That's crazy. Hey, that's like psychological. Ooh. How about that? Me and Fornicator are on the same wavelength over here, boy. All right, we did manage to load up Army of Tennessee. I like to see. So that's about 18,000 men. It takes 78 of 114 to transport them by river. So we can take basically one corps at a time. We'll have to remember that, at least with our current logistics levels. Okay. We could also do a little over a corps by ocean sea transport. We have to remember that. Here we shall be. We'll march into town, and we'll set up defenses there for just a little while. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so we've got forces there. We're still holding the iron mines, and everything's fine. Fine for the time being. See, war moves a little further in the Yankees' favor. Newspapers get to write of McClellan's success at the Cumberland Gap. It's a big deal in the North. So let's take a look at support real quick. Yeah, see, it's real low. It's not exactly great in Ohio and here and here. It's not exactly great. It's pretty good out here because we've been doing all this raiding. I think that's why. And of course in New England it's real good. But out this way, if we keep killing them Yankees in droves, yeah, see, their national morale is pretty low compared to ours for sure. Gideon Pillow remains our general-in-chief, of course. And by the way, how actually good is he here in-game? Right? Administrative? Okay, that's huge. That's big. But he's not that great otherwise. That also made me curious. How good is Robert E. Lee already? He's a division commander in Magruder's wing. How good do they have him? Yeah, so they have him. It's going down, though. 3, 3, and 3. Yeah, okay. So we know he's got a lot of talent, right? But Magruder is still, he's very cunning, and his administration is higher than Lee's is. So Magruder gets to remain the wing commander for now. All right, we've gotten here just about. I may hold up here, just outside Winchester right there. Stay on the defensive right that way. Good. They would have to come this way and cross the river in order to do a pincer. They would probably have to bring the Army of Northeastern Virginia and the Army of the Shenandoah straight at me if they wanted to do that. Then we could probably go on a quick advance in the springtime north and nail them. It's just Johnson, I think, here needs to do like a little kind of slow withdrawal back through the valley. Harvest is already done. It's wintertime, of course. I'm not sure the Yanks going to come at us down the valley anymore, though. Okay, they're almost done with their depot. Can't move yet. It's going to be a little while. With this winter weather, I don't think McClellan's going anywhere fast. Let's see if we could get Pillow on the train to here. Go. And then what I might do is try to take him by river up there. Let's do it. Oh, here we go. Somebody was asking about the fleet. Let's check it. Okay. These are built, but I'm saving them. I'm saving them for when we put together our ironclad fleets. Tatnall is being reserved for command of one of them, and then we'll add them over to the James River Squadron as well. But here we go. We're now at about a quarter of the way done with our 3 new ironclads. Those are actually pretty cheap, by the way. I think I might feel all right. Casemate ironclad ram, do 2 more. At about $1 million or so. They're going to take a bunch more iron. Let's build them. Okay, we'll start 2 more of them. The Charleston and the Chicora. So we'll have 5 being produced. We'll have different places to put them. Okay, the idea here for us strategically with this development of the ironclad, same as was in history, generally speaking anyway, this is something that can break blockades. We want to be able, everywhere the Union sends ships to blockade our ports, if we have a weapon that can break the blockade, everywhere they try it, keep our ports open for foreign trade, it'll be a huge, huge asset for our broader economy, right? That iron mine in northeastern Tennessee is just like massively important for our war effort. Well, every time we can break a blockade open and relieve our ports of that pressure and our economy of that pressure, that will help. Even though we are being protectionist with our economic policy, by the way, we did bring tariffs up to 32%, right? That's the other thing. We were, I guess our trade has already diminished by that much. Army of Tennessee is on the move now. Let's keep a close eye on how many more troops they have than us, okay? We got troops returning from furlough. Johnson's at his destination, good. He's going to hang tight over here, kind of near Newmarket or Strasburg. Yeah, I think he'll stay there and play defense for the time being. Magruder's wing might come here. I might go ahead and do this. Boom. We'll say Beauregard orders that move. Ewell's going to have close to 25,000 men with these soon to be 11,000 there to support him in case there's an attack from Washington, and then Ewell can support here in case he tries to come down and land again. Stay in defensive posture there. See what happens right there, gentlemen. I didn't have, since we were going straight into a battle, there wasn't anything that I had to look at in detail as far as the economy coming in the stream. Training manuals. Are we there? Not quite. We're getting there, though. It's coming. We've got another 500K. So I'd say maybe another week or so in game. I want to get that before we get off tonight, for sure. Maybe we'll have a 3-battle stream. Holy smokes. That would be something. That would be something. All right, here goes Pillow. Nah, we'll take the train. Screw it. Let's go. Come on up. Take the train. I wonder if they will get right on the train. We'll see. Problem with this is going to be, I think what we'll do is we'll have to reorganize into new divisions, most likely, or a new army when we put all this together here. Going to come take this fort back and that supply depot eventually. Have a stronger force near Knoxville. Obviously, they're doing a good job of kind of getting us to vacate Nashville. If that's what they were up to, they did it. But, like I said, this iron mine is that important. Excellent. Now we just get straight on the train, thank goodness. This time they did it right. We did it right. Fantastic, gentlemen. Okay. Nope, not the... when we hit the bridge, it looks like they got to walk. Oh, okay, okay. Boy, these Yankees here just stuck, it looks like. We'll be able to chill down near Little Rock for a good long time. Okay, Ransom. Okay, come on back to Fort Gibson, will you? Now, let's do this. We need to build telegraph lines out west. We need these boys to build a telegraph line. Oh, we can't build one right now because we don't have one that links to this. Okay, so we need one in Greenville, right? Let's go... let's see, this one, can we click on it? There we go. So we could put one there in Greenville, right? So let's take one brigade under Parsons and detach it. And sure, Deschler, fine. This will be third CSA engineers. Boom. They will take a boat to Greenville. I think that's where Shelby Foot's from, by the way. Okay, and we'll build a telegraph station there, and then we'll build another one up in Little Rock. And then we'll probably try to build another one up here. So this is logistic stuff that you kind of got to do. Finally making our way across the river here. Getting ready to jump back on the train. Okay, so looks like things are going to be back kind of just set. Now here's the other thing. We don't want this to glitch out on us. These two officially looks like are within supporting range of each other. We need this command radius to cover him. So what I think I want to do is I just want to have this go up just a tad. And then I want to have this go up just a tad. Just a tid-tad. Yeah, I agree about adding... Brad, you're right about adding the torpedo perk. Hey, Miller, sorry to hear, man. Hey, vibes out to you, brother. I dealt with the same thing just a couple of weeks ago, brother. That's a stressful time, man. It's like, you know, and I got to tell you, like, I don't want to sit here. Don't get me freaking started. Don't get me freaking started. She goes in for a routine surgery, and they screwed it up and nicked an organ. Next thing you know, she's got to be taken back in for observation. That really put us out. Golly. My dad was so pissed. So was I. I was so pissed. Can't trust anybody anymore, it feels like sometimes. So I'll let them kind of get into Arkansas here. Let's see. Can we get training manuals yet? Are we there? Are we there? Are we there? Not yet. Can we get administrative reform? Yes. Boom. Level 2. Okay, now we're going to have 8 days left. Fantastic. I think we might even be back ahead of schedule here. We're going to keep an eye on the headlines out of Mexico. For sure. Ships constructed. The Phoenix, the Memphis, the Lapwing, the Clarence, the Tacony. Lapwing, yeah, all of these. Very good, very good. 9 guns apiece. Ooh, those would be pretty strong ships, I think. Obviously, when we get them out on the water, it's going to cost us a whole bunch more money. Pillow has arrived. Okay, time to reorganize once again. I think the Army of Tennessee will absorb Knoxville defense under Zollicoffer. Porterfield, we're going to put his troops, Trapier, Imboden, who these guys, a lot of these guys are in the east. Porterfield, get rid of his division. Zollicoffer keeps command maybe of this Knoxville defense wing, so to speak. I just don't think. I think that Zollicoffer, from a role-playing aspect, would end up just transferring back into Pillow's army is what most likely would happen. So let's have Robertson, Hardy, and then all the rest. Like so. We'll reorganize all this. Let's transfer it. Zollicoffer's command goes away. But Army of Tennessee now. We're going to go Robertson. So he used to command the Knoxville defense. I'm afraid he's going to be knocked down. He's unfortunately he's more of a cavalry commander anyway. He'll be replaced by Zollicoffer. Okay. And Zollicoffer will have completely unfamiliar troops commanding, or he'll be commanding completely unfamiliar troops here. A little bit. And we'll have a massive little kind of HQ reserve. What we should do here is likely create a new cavalry division under Robertson. Boom, boom. Like that. Cavalry, a large cavalry division right there. And we got a lot of artillery now. 50 guns. Should we combine some of these? Yep, we could do that. Deering and his 24, yeah, okay, so we could do that. And I think we'll keep the rest the same. We'll have Pillow with 36,000 men and 50 guns. It's in defensive posture, recovering morale and readiness. Now, if McClellan wants to come down, he can come on down. We're going to recover. And either way, if he comes down, we're going to be here ready for him. If he doesn't, we're attacking. We're going to retake Fort Leasure. We're going to defend with the Navy and forts over here. And we'll see what the Yankees decide to do about it. The other thing I think I'm going to do is, now that Forrest isn't really needed over here anymore, I want to bring him back to here for starters. And then we're going to rail him to kind of over here. And he'll keep an eye out for us. New orders go out. Look, man, this is why I say that people, so Phil, you bring up a great point. Oh, hey. Who's that? Beeper Man. Thank you. Beeper Man. Yuta Man. I can't build anything yet, but having a depot there will be very useful. Although, from these important infrastructure points that are getting a whole lot of supply flow, or that can, I think we're getting enough to sustain the army for now. But good thinking, logistics. We cannot forget logistics, gentlemen. We're going to have to get into the orange again before we can build ourselves a depot. Pretty sure about that. Looking good up here still. We're mutually supporting everywhere along that line. Things are pretty well locked up, it looks like. Yeah, we'll have enough to do a grand battery for sure. Okay, what was that? Yeah, talking about AI, right, is people, they decide, I guess, consciously to just shit on the AI in this game. And I think what they're talking mostly about is the battle AI, which leaves plenty to be desired. But the campaign AI, as you can see, is clever, dude. I mean, I suspected that where they would try to go would be somewhere here, right? But I really was not expecting for them to just come right after Fort Leasure like they did, like McClellan did. You tend to get a little overconfident about those forts. So, they did that. And then earlier on in 1861, they did a pretty good job of bringing a really strong force, kind of working the western flank of the war over here. Thankfully, I was able to kind of break it up. But yeah, I mean, the AI will take chances wherever it thinks it can, man. And a lot of times it'll be in like frustrating little places that you didn't really expect that they might go for. If it were spring or summertime, I would have more respect for this than I currently do. Making our way out to the destination there. Good. I'm going to build a telegraph station there. We need to start getting telegraph out west. Helps our communication efforts. So training manual. So yeah, administrative reform is done. Training manuals, no. We need 1.5. We're 300,000 away. We're getting closer. We get those training manuals, man. That's a big get. That's a big get. Oh, here was the other one. Also was our Augustins. Okay, we've got still 19 days left for these. Got it. We have 4.8 thousand pieces right now. 117,000 and 16,000 of these crappy muskets. So, if needed, when we swell the ranks of our forces with conscripts, we'll hand them the shitty rifles. And that'll just have to be that. It's like, we maybe not, we're going to have some pretty damn good fighting men. They may not be the best equipped, though. We're fighting like I said, we're kind of defending an old way of life. We established that in the beginning of the campaign with a little bit of a narrative intro about that. And so part of, I think, what the South wants to do here in this campaign, in-game immersive roleplay kind of aspect, is try to win this war and preserve its mainly agrarian society and not give in to the forces of industrialization. Part of what our South is fighting against is the industrialists, I would say. There can be an argument made, I think, in history for that having been a big part of the motivation for the Confederates in real life. Here we go. Here we go. Let's build us a telegraph line right there. Perfect. Always got to keep an eye over here. McClellan will be on the move in the springtime. I'm almost certain of it, if not before then. We've got nasty weather, though. Better to just chill, chill, chill. They probably know that we're here. $5 days away. This will now be 34 days instead of 44 days. Okay. I think we'll be able to do this, guys. We're going to be able to do this Mexico intervention. I'll be really excited to see what that means for us. Let's do this real quick. All right. Let's bring economy down by another bit. Let's bring agriculture up by another good bit. And again, we're going to slowly bake in levels of the Cotton is King project in here. All right, what's this going to take the next level? 1.8, right? So not that much. We'll be able to get there. Yes, sir. So let's take a look. Let's look at buildings and what they cost, okay? Farms, $12 million. Plantations, we don't need that. I'd say farms is what we would need. Buildings is at 224. How high? What's a level 2 farm here? Level 2 farm here. Let's do this. Let's go one farm right there. $12 million cost to build that sucker. All right, we'll start with that. That'll be a nice, it'll be a government subsidy project, so to speak. We'll be producing just a little bit more food down there in northern Georgia. Brad, I hope that keeps you happy, my man. Brad's been telling me to build shit the entire time. There you go, man. I think that's what I can afford. I am a conservative when it comes to money spending here in Grand Tactician, by God, and our credit rating is scaring me. And we kind of got to save room for when we bring the ironclads out in the fleet. See, what happens is Navy upkeep right now is $19 million. Well, when we actually bring these ships out that we're waiting to build, and we bring them out into the fleet, this number is going to shoot up by a lot. By a good bit of a lot. Interest cost is going up just bit by bit, but not a whole lot. Yeah, fornicator, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hope you guys are all having fun here in the saloon tonight as we watch this Grand Tactician playthrough. Thank you guys all for being here every time, man. You know, I just get to think about it. I pinch myself. This is, it's a dream come true for me to be able to hang here with you guys and do this. You're the best. Let's see. How are we doing prisoners of war here? I think we're full up. No, not quite full up. We may have to upgrade one of those, though. The other one was in Natchez. I'd forgotten. Right down. Well, somewhere around here. Somewhere around here, gosh darn it. Let's find it and go to it. Let's see if we can do that. Natchez. There we are. Where the hell is it? There it is. Okay, it's right there along the river. I see. Okay, got it. If we upgrade, how much is that going to cost? 4.9 million? We're doing it. We want to have plenty of room for those Yankee prisoners. Spend a little money on that. Fine with me. Fine with me. Oh, is there another perk for the fleet commander of the James River? Yes. Did we not get torpedoes for him yet? We did not. Blockade busters and then boom, torpedoes. Absolutely. Thank you, thank you. I think maybe that was seen before. Yeah, the improved credit rating project, I think, is going to be important for us. Problem is that we have to save up $10 million. $10 million. We'll get there in over 2 years. Here we go. Hartley Colliery disaster. Coal mining accident in England. Pumping engine beam fractured. Trapped men dead. 2 shafts required. London, England, January 23rd. Our correspondents in England bring us terrible news from Northumberland, where a severe coal mining accident occurred January 16th, resulting in the deaths of 204 men. The beam of the pit's pumping engine broke and fell down the shaft, trapping the men below. During the following days, there were rescue attempts where the shaft was cleared of debris. Nearing the trapped men, there was a release of noxious gas, and the entire working party had to be rescued. Penetrating further, the miners were found dead. Of the workmen employed at Hartley Colliery, only 55 are left alive, making this one of the worst mining accidents in England. The whole country is in mourning, with Queen Victoria offering her condolences to the families of the deceased. In the aftermath of this accident, lawmakers are already preparing legislation requiring all new mines to have 2 shafts to prevent such disasters in the future. So there you have it right there. The cost of industrialization, you might say. You might say. We need to suck that coal out of the ground. We need to dig it out of there faster. Do we now? We create unsafe conditions for workers, and we lead to the deaths of 200 men. Industrialization, wave of the future. Unsafe, inhumane. Maybe so, says the South. Let's check our other fleets for perks. Yeah, we got one. These guys. Intelligence gatherings. Yeah, no. Yeah. Sea Raiders. No. Ooh, battery runner. This is going to be good for us to know in case the other side is using it. moving past enemy batteries in a tight formation, firing rapidly. This running the batteries can be effectively, especially along rivers, to open a new front. Fighting at efficiency versus forts plus 25%. Level up by attacking forts with ironclads on the move. Okay, so battery runner has to be used by ironclads. Interesting. Port defender. This fleet uses floating batteries and torpedoes to protect its home port against attacking enemy fleets. Fighting efficiency when within port radius, 25%. So let's do that. Okay, their home port is where? Let's just return to port. Their home port is there? Okay. All right, all right, all right. What's the radius of the port? I don't know. Okay, so they'll be there. I think that's like where the fleet was created, I think is what that is. All right, we're up to 142,000 troops now, boys. Right? So now we just about match them. Look at that. Their casualties nearly double right now. Oh, no, that's Navy tonnage. Sorry. Still, though, 30,000 more than us. I think we've managed to strike a nice balance right here. We need to look at this one more time. They're discussing Diplomacy 1. I am guessing that that's going to be done here pretty soon. They were doing recruit agents, okay. In 1861, I did not look at these enough. Gotta say. North Carolina squadron goaded, huh? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They should be nice and effective as a defensive force here. They're going to come on back out. We're going to do a patrol back down to here. And if they get attacked around their home port, they'll be better off. And I think we'll do that same thing. Let's see if we got that same perk down here with the New Orleans squadron. Yeah, see, we don't have a perk yet with them. Okay, fine. Fine. Just not sure what these Yankees think that they're doing. Just not sure about it. About done with the telegraph station there. Fantastic. Logistics, boys. Logistics. Build depot up here. I'm going to be spending in little dribs and drabs. Can't build anything just yet. McClellan's still not coming. And by God, I think Pillow may have designs on a spring offensive back into Kentucky once again. I'll let them try to come get Nashville, try to get past my Navy. I just may let that happen. Let's bring Forrest. Let's bring him to here. What do we got? Civil order, no thanks. Cast our... Okay, so this is the other thing. The other thing I was thinking, too, was like, we may... How much bronze are we making? 4.27 thousand? All right. We're making 4.27 thousand bronze from copper ore, right? How much copper ore are we making? Not much. So all of our copper ore is coming in from overseas. Okay. Cost is down, though. So that's helping us make a bunch of bronze, which leads me to believe that something we maybe should do right after, like soon as we can, after we do training manuals, is to go back and do cast artillery again. I think we need to, just in case we lose this right here. We did rifled artillery because I wanted to make guns out of iron. But if we have to use, and build guns with bronze, build as many as we can build before the tariffs and the Yankee blockade squeeze off our supply of copper ore. I think that's something to think about. Might have to revert back to the old cast artillery idea. And I think, let me go read that again. Does that allow us to do Napoleons? Yeah, the 12-pound Napoleon. Yep. And the James rifle. Okay. So we get those going just in case. I think, we'll be in a position where our military can be kind of just fine. Obviously, everything comes back down to government spending. And one thing that we're doing by doing this race to the intervention in Mexico policy is that we're kind of foregoing more progress on the government funding front, which is in turn going to force us to be pretty slack with our military spending for, I think, this first half of 1862. We're going to kind of have to work with what we've got, other than the very latest weapons procurements and things, right? I have a 2-battle stream with plenty of campaign gameplay as well. It wasn't really a 2-battle stream, though. We did kind of just retreat in the second one. Not sure what happened with them here. I think they might have backed up. If we're on the railroad everywhere, see, I just need to stay within supporting distance right here. I don't want to put ourselves... So, okay, they left Washington. Okay, let's get these guys. They're scouting. Okay, they can see pretty well. These guys scout. These guys scout. See if we can get some better intel. Yeah. Hammer's in there in the chat. Keeping it lively, keeping it funny here in the saloon. I love it. You remind me of myself. All right, we're up to 34,000 men now in the Army of Tennessee. We're going to be ready to fight in the Cumberland Gap, by God. What do we have here? Oh, sweet. Okay, the Monroe Mills has been constructed in Louisiana. Sweet. Where are those? Right here? Nope. Where are those? Where the heck did I put those? The Monroe Mills, right here, buddy. Bingo. Okay. We're selling flour, 200% efficiency. Is that what that says? Holy smokes. Hey, available workforce, not bad. Slave population about half. Interesting. Okay. So that takes our flour production up. I wonder where we're at now. Outstripping demand. At least right now. Bingo. Fantastic. I'm with it. I am so freaking with it. I was looking at leather. What is it? Leather. What do we need for that? Livestock and what else? Salt. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's the lack of salt. The other thing that I was thinking was most important, if we're going to upgrade forts anywhere, I want to. So we have trade with Middle America and Nicaragua and Cuba, right? We don't have a lot of it, though. Crops, tobacco, wood, forage, clothing. Wood, clothing, artillery, leather, uniforms. So, they're not sending us a ton of stuff. I figured that would be more important. Mexico, what about them? This is a little better. Wood. They're buying wood from us, I bet. selling it back. Salt coming our way from them. Bit by bit. So these are rather minor trading partners. So let's look at them and compared to like what Britain looks like. Okay, so it's fairly low in terms of the amount of trade that's going through there for us, I think. And then the other thing was to look at, okay, what about New Orleans Port, right? If we clicked on New Orleans Port and we looked at where it's buying all of its stuff, provisions are coming in through there. Good. Or no, where are we? We're exporting cotton to France. Perfect. That's nice from a role-playing standpoint. We are exporting copper ore. Doesn't really say where. All right. Must be internally or something. Gold, doesn't say where that's going. Wood, doesn't really say where that's going either. Fish, doesn't really say where that's going either necessarily. So that's a part of the game that I have not mastered yet, as far as kind of understanding the way the detailed economy is working, where everything's going, and all of that. I just have to use my general knowledge on the subject. Here. Let's go defensive with Forrest, and let's rail him up to the state line. There we go. More Confederate diplomats to Europe. New trade deals proposed. Weapon imports discussed. Absolutely. CSA improving European relations. Okay. You got it. And immediately, we're going diplomacy 3, baby. 34 days. Let's get it. Let's get it, boys. And that's done by end of January. I think we'll be able to get to Mexico intervention. No problem. Spanish intervention at 27%. And let's check the finances tab again. See, as long as we're in this 5 to 700 million, I feel like is a range where we'll be able to maintain this. We'll be able to float with this double B credit rating and be okay. Interest rates are kind of down a bit. Tariffs stay relatively high. Thinking we bring them up to 35. I think that's a good modest amount. Again, we'll use those tariffs for now. That's just a for now thing. And we let winter roll on. See what Forrest can see here. He's in the green. Let's go ahead and move him into Kentucky. And let's take a look at what they got, if they've got anything. Yep, go ahead, take the train. See, this is ahistoric, but I'll go ahead and do this in wintertime. 100%. Get them on the train, boys. I don't know if it's that ahistoric, though. Ooh, have they vacated the area here? Ooh. Maybe they came over to reinforce. Interesting. Well, we'll raid this. Take out that telegraph wire at least. Let's see if we run into them. Forrest on a little Kentucky winter raid under Albert Johnson. We give credit to Forrest, though. Johnson is just the administrative commander here. Oh. Oh. No, no, no. Yeah. Yeah. The heck? Apparently there was some enemy there, so okay, they're still there. That's good to know, but they don't show up on the map somehow. Now we know. Meanwhile, you know what time it is? Ooh, that's some fiddling right there, boys. Oh, love that toe tapper, man. That's a favorite of mine on the game. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, there must be some kind of... There must be a garrison inside the city or something? I don't know. That's a weird one. So I'd say we're going to go ahead and pull back. Take the train, sure. How are we looking here? Better believe. Even this one's good. A little bit more of a breakdown. You can imagine this back in the day. You know, this is what they would play in the old saloon. They get everybody's toes tapping, get everybody up dancing. It's like the club in the 1860s, you know what I'm saying? Training manuals, are we there? Oh, not quite. No, not quite. Nearly there, though. Here we go, boys. And all of this sitting and waiting will be very useful for us. Here we go. Wait for this next day to roll over. Day or two. Come on, get us there. General, yeah. Old fornicator, old man there. We'll keep that man happy. Same as you, Brad. Same as you. Hey, man, what are we here for? We are here to entertain. Give the people what they want, they say in the saloon. That includes some lively music, of course. Get them training manuals. I do want to do it. I mean, I think it's going to be worthwhile. Here we go. Get our telegraph stations built. Hey, back into the yellow with the Army of the West. Fantastic. I would say probably should go ahead and build a depot. Bonk. Increased cost for the government, but probably absorb that. The map goes this far west. How about now? Ha-ha! You're damn right. Boom! And just like that, we have our training manuals done. And I'll tell you what, guys, I wanted to make sure we got that far in the stream tonight. That's probably going to wrap it up, though. I don't want to disappoint anybody with that, but it's getting late, guys. I got to tell you, we got another busy one lined up for tomorrow, of course. We're going to stream once again coming up this weekend. I hope you enjoyed tonight. I'm having a whole bunch of fun even through these winter months because I just get a chance to come in here, do this thing that I love to do, and hang out with you guys while I do it. Means the world to me once again. Thank you guys for taking the time. You are the absolute best. I am Bank60s, your humble and gracious player host here at Alternate History Gaming, and this is Grand Tactician, the Civil War, my CSA campaign ongoing into 1862. We ride, gentlemen. And what do we have in store next? We'll find out. Plenty going on, plenty to plan. I can't wait until Saturday night when we get back to it. By the way, early announcement. I am going to have a little time off coming up, a little family trip coming up in early to mid-August. And so I want to be ready to tell you, live streams, there will be none for about a week and a half or so in that first couple of weeks of August. And instead, I'm going to do the best I can to try to rapid fire out a little bit more video content for you to enjoy. So heads up about that coming up for the first part of August. I appreciate you guys being willing to accommodate my little family trip as it relates to that. So thank you so much once again for that. Appreciate all the support you guys give every single night that I stream here live. And we're going to get back to it on Saturday night, I promise, 9:30 p.m. The other thing to know, might be mixing it up with the games and the live streams next week. We'll see. We'll see. You'll see my announcement come out Sunday night like it usually do. I really look forward to the next time we get a chance to come here and game together in Grand Tactician. Love all you guys. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you were new tonight and you enjoy what you saw. Hit the notification bell. And most importantly, if you're on your mobile phone, click that hype button for me. It lets the algorithm know we're here. Love you guys. We'll see you on the next one.